welcome to this month's edition of Reflections. I am Dwayne Schrader. From the very beginning, St. John has put a high priority on music in our church. As early as the summer of 1927, a fine one-manual pipe organ was purchased from the Hennis Organ Company. And then when the new church was built in 1948, a new two-manual pipe organ was purchased. We currently have another beautiful, larger pipe organ. Over the years, the Lord has certainly blessed us with talented musicians to lead our worship by playing the organ.
Then all at once Reverend Gurgle told me that I was going to start playing the organ, and I said, no, I don't know nothing about it. Well, he said, I heard you playing the piano, and yes, you will be playing. And I said, no, you didn't hear me play. He said, yes, I'll tell you what you were playing. You were playing one of the hymns. So Fernanda and I got to play the organ. The organist was a Gensmer girl, and she was the only child, and she was going off to college. And so, of course, we didn't have an organist. And so every other Sunday, we got to play. And there was a little mirror up on the organ, and I looked in it, and one of my aunts was sitting there in that mirror behind me, and thinking, oh no, that wasn't good. But anyway, I made it through it. And we played every other Sunday. Fernanda Luffler, or Fernanda Dearson is who it was. And then about every other Sunday I played for German. We had 3 services when that was going on, English, German, and English. So I got to feel kind of smart about knowing what was coming off in German. But occasionally Pastor Gurgle forgot to give me the hymn numbers, and of course the hymn numbers in the little German book didn't have music, and so sometimes they weren't the same numbers as what we had in the first service. So there was a handful of German ladies that were there, and I said, would you please help me? I don't know what we're singing today. And so then they would start singing what it was, and I said, oh, okay. So I looked it up in our English hymn book and figured it out. So that was an experience.
Recently, we were gifted with a grand piano to enhance our services, and a handbell choir has also been added. On September 28, 1944, 51 members of St. John's and St. Peter's Lutheran Church met to organize and hold the first rehearsal of a choir. The choir occasionally sang for the German service as well as the English service. At this time, all music was memorized before it was performed. On June 23, 1946, the choir presented a sacred concert with the collections being used to enlarge the organ. Listen as some of our members reflect on past choirs.
I think another big thing was the choir. But that was more up in the present church, and Reverend Gurgle was the choir director, and my father sang in the choir. That loft was full. And there was a lot of men in there. And they did not use any music on Sunday, they didn't have any music on Sunday. It was all by reciting. And I know they used to go around the choir. You know, I can remember that they would go around to different churches and kind of give a concert. So I don't know if they maybe did that at Lent, or I think it was on Sundays though, maybe in the afternoons or whatever. They're pretty good.
In our church we had a choir, and all at once Reverend Gurgle decided that we should have gowns to wear. And so there were 2 ladies from our church that made the gowns. I had a picture of that. And it was Mrs. Summermeyer was one, and I can't quite remember now who the other one was, but they were short gowns. They were just, and I think we were to wear black skirts then with it. So I was in the choir. Reverend Gurgle was always the director. We still wore those when we came to our new church.
From school groups singing and individuals playing instruments to praise our Lord, our congregation has been blessed with an abundance of musical talent. Thank God for that. Thanks for listening.